Tyler Run for Autism. Let's talk about this. The Tyler Run for Autism, it's returning for its 15th year this weekend. Well, the annual event, it's pretty fun and it invites families out to enjoy a run through the streets of Tyler. And today joining us is Leanne Cook. She's the vendors and marketing coordinator for the Tyler Run for Autism. Welcome in here to East Texas now. How are you doing this afternoon?
Doing well. Thank you so much for having me again.
Of course. I'm super excited about this year's run. Last year, I know for some of the folks you might have seen, it did get rained out, and we'll talk about that here in just a bit. But before we get into this year's event, let's delve into a little bit of history. How did Tyler Run for Autism get started?
It was started by a group of moms, actually, who were seeing big changes with their kids with certain types of therapy, but they also were seeing that insurance didn't cover a lot of those therapies. So when it was first born, and it's very early years, it was just to help people pay because they were having to pay cash pay for those things. Now it's more of a way to help cover out-of-pocket maxes, deductibles, all of those fun things that come with a diagnosis. And it's just a really fun day, a really fun way to celebrate members in our community.
Well, how's the event grown over the years? Because I know we talked about this last year. There was a lot of people that signed up.
Yes, we nearly sold out last year, and that was with 100% chance of rain. So I really appreciate everyone who donated, our sponsors. That morning when it did get rained out, I think might have been the most heartbroken that I have been in a long time. But we're not this year that we're not going there. We definitely would have run in the rain. It was the tornadoes that got us. So anyway, but yeah, we're just super excited about this year, and especially with it being year 15, we've kind of amped things up a little bit, and we're going big. So
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Well, on the Ren's website, it says the event raises money for, quote, organizations who provide medical services to children with autism and to programs that promote community inclusion. For those unaware, tell us a little bit about the unique challenges that parents face when seeking medical services for their child.
Absolutely.
With autism.
So I actually do have a daughter who is on the spectrum, along with a multitude of other diagnoses that go along with that. And so one of the largest, there can be challenges. Every child is so unique, so every family's dynamic is so unique. But one of the largest challenges that families tell us that they face is the financial burden of all of the therapies. And it all kind of hits you at one time. You get a diagnosis, and then they want you to go to PT and OT and speech and maybe some ABA and maybe they throwing in all of these things. And so what we do now is we partner with with Monarch, which is a private school here in Tyler for children with autism. And then also with the Treatment and Learning Center, we partner with them and we provide community outings, opportunities for them to be included, to feel special. And then we also help provide financial assistance, partial, full deductible. As we know, insurance right now is just kind of crazy with how much our deductibles and out-of-pocket expenses are. And every dime that we raise from this event is donated straight to those families. So we're really proud of that fact that everyone who works with us is a volunteer, and it goes straight. Every cent that we raise through this event goes straight to a family to help them just kind of get a breath of fresh air. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about this year's run. What are the routes for each race? 5, 10K, family raise. What does the money raise go towards, and what goodies can overall winners expect to receive?
Okay, so there's cash for the 5K and the 10K overall winners. Kendra Scott graciously is providing some jewelry for the ladies and the gentlemen. You'll get some bracelets. And then there's just kind of a random assortment of you'll get a plaque, and then obviously you'll get your medal. And I'm telling you, the medals are the size of your head this year. So you'll get some of those for our overall winners. And then we also have extra medals for our age division winners. But we're really, really excited. And thankfully, we have really serious runners who come. One of our goals this year is to try and sell out the 10K. So if you are on the fence, please come and run the 10K. It's for a good cause. And I just kind of love, I think it's such a neat way to love a family is to sign up for a team and run in honor of someone. I think that's a challenging thing for people to do, and it kind of shows that you appreciate the challenges that these families go through.
Oh yeah, no, it definitely puts a lot of things in perspective, and
Hmm.
you see a lot of people. They're wearing shirts like I'm running for my family member. I'm running for a friend, and it's
Yes.
really cool to go out and see how many people in the community support others.
Hmm.
Well, let's talk a little bit about how last year's run was canceled. We talked about this in the first half, and this was due to a lot of rain. We had some inclement weather.
Definitely. It was the tornadoes. And I really thought we had it. I really did until, the morning of we woke up and it was the tornadoes. But what was super special about that, people still ran and posted virtually about it. They came by, they got their medals. We still got to hug everyone and see everyone and got their packets. It was not the way we wanted things to go. Obviously, it was a sad morning, but absence makes the heart grow fonder. So this year we're coming back bigger. So as long as there's not tornadoes or lightning, we should be good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's talk a little bit more about sponsors and partners because I know you see a lot of the tents that are around whenever you go to a 5K or 10K, but I don't think anybody knows the sponsors or the partners that go along with the Tyler Run for Autism.
Okay.
What can we expect this year?
So the vendor area is where I think we shine. I think that it's kind of our thing, and I think the other races might agree with that. But you can be prepared to see unicorns, bunny rabbits, bounce houses, which I know we talked about that you might be one of those that's on the bounce house. We
Definitely.
have people bringing face painters. Southside Bank is our presenting sponsor, and they always set up a 3-tent booth with video games and balloons and clowns and bubbles. There will be a low sensory area for kids who maybe don't want it to be in as much of the mix, and then we have music blaring in another section where you can play in the bubble tents and do everything that you want to do. But
So fun.
it's a really special, magical day. We're very, very thankful for sponsors like Southside Bank, and then also we created a new sponsorship level this year, just kind of on a whim, saying, would you like to cover like a typical deductible for a family? And Jots Rentals and Cheryl Construction said, absolutely, yes, we do. And so we're very thankful to them for all that they are doing in the community. That's really neat that they get that a kid will be funded because of their
Yeah.
generous donation.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, before we get those need to know details, I need to know, is there going to be a backup plan just in case we have some of that spring inclement weather? I mean, it is that time of the year, so it's
Yeah.
always good to be safe rather than sorry.
We will absolutely run in the rain. We can do a rain show. That's not a problem. So again, I think everyone knows if it's not safe for us to be out there, then we're not able to do the event. There's too much permitting, all of the behind the scenes stuff that nobody really needs to know about. That is difficult to move forward with or to reschedule. However, we do have a plan for having vendors. If it's lightning, we can do some things indoors.
Yeah.
So there's always, everything is fluid and everything is definitely doable. But our safety is for sure our top priority,
Of course.
especially with our population.
All right, well, those need to know details. Date, time, location.
Okay.
What do we need to know?
April 11th, and it starts at 8 o'clock, 8 in the morning. You'll have opening ceremonies, and then about 8:15, we'll start warming up our 10K runners, and I have some really fun special friends that are going to help me say ready, set, go, and it'll be followed by the 5K and the 1 mile, and then we get to party afterwards. There's tons of food, there's coffee, there's tacos, there is so much fun, and then we've actually had people move from other places around Texas or Louisiana who have moved to this location because of the resources that they have met through the run. And so,
cool.
yeah, it's really neat that you kind of have a bunch of people who just they just love you and want you to be there. We want everyone to bring their kids. Everyone is walking the same thing. We want you to come as you are. We want you to come no matter how you celebrate autism.
Yeah.
We want you there even if you don't have a diagnosis of autism. We just want you there. It's a fun, special day.
Fun.
Yeah,
Community.
like a love letter. Yeah,
Community.
it really is. Tyler's pretty awesome. It's special. East Texas in general is special
right.
on how they love on each other.
I'm excited. I know you guys are excited. April 11th.
April 11th.
And you can find more details. What's that website again?
It is tylerrunforautism.com. And you can go there and you can donate. You can register. You can come pick up the t-shirt. Another thing that I will say is we are expecting a crowd of nearly 2,000 runners this year. So if you can come on Friday and pick up your swag, your, everything, your shirts, that's really going to help. If you wait till the morning of, we are going to have it. It's possible, but you may be waiting in a line of 100 since we are one of the larger races here. So come see us at Bubba's on Friday for packet pickup. And then our race on the 11th should be done around 10:30. So that's the plan.
Sounds like a good deal.
Yeah.
Miss Cook, thank you so much for being
Thank
here
you.
with us again on East Texas Now. It's always a pleasure to have you. We get to chat a little
I
bit.
love it.
And get people excited for the run. I'm sure we'll talk to you next year.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you.